Ismail Haniyeh, the political leader of Hamas, was a figure of considerable influence in the Palestinian territories. His role in the organization, particularly in the Gaza Strip, made him a key player in the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Haniyeh's leadership was characterized by a blend of political maneuvering and unwavering commitment to Hamas's ideology. He was both revered by his supporters and viewed with suspicion by his detractors, making him a complex and often controversial figure on the world stage. On July 31, 2024, Haniyeh's life was cut short in a brazen assassination in Tehran, Iran. The details remain shrouded in mystery, but reports suggest a meticulously planned operation targeting Haniyeh while he was attending a high-level meeting. The assassination sent shockwaves through the region and beyond, instantly raising tensions to a fever pitch. The assassination of a figure like Haniyeh, regardless of one's stance on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, is a seismic event with far-reaching consequences. It is a stark reminder of the volatility that has come to define this decades-long struggle and the ever-present potential for violence to erupt with little to no warning. News of Haniyeh's assassination spread like wildfire, igniting a firestorm of anger and grief among Hamas members and supporters. The organization, known for its staunch opposition to Israel, immediately pointed the finger at the Israeli government, accusing them of carrying out the assassination. Hamas vowed swift and decisive retaliation, promising to make Israel pay a heavy price for its actions. Hamas's response was immediate and unequivocal, with senior officials issuing statements condemning the assassination in the strongest possible terms. They called it a cowardly act of terrorism and a declaration of war against the Palestinian people. The organization's military wing, the Izz-ad-Din al-Qassam Brigades, was placed on high alert, with fighters preparing for what seemed like an inevitable confrontation with Israeli forces. In Gaza, the streets transformed into scenes of mourning and rage. Thousands of Palestinians took to the streets, chanting anti-Israel slogans, burning Israeli flags, and calling for revenge. The assassination of Haniyeh has undoubtedly poured gasoline on the already smoldering embers of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, making the possibility of a significant escalation in violence a very real and terrifying prospect. In the aftermath of the assassination, the international community held its breath, waiting for Israel's response. However, the Israeli government maintained a calculated silence, neither confirming nor denying their involvement in the operation. This lack of response, often a tactic employed by Israel in such situations, only fueled speculation and further heightened tensions. While Israel remained tight-lipped, the international community was quick to condemn the assassination, calling for restraint and a de-escalation of the situation. The United Nations Security Council convened an emergency meeting to discuss the incident, with many member states expressing grave concerns about the potential for further violence. The assassination of Haniyeh has put Israel in a precarious position on the world stage. While the country has long maintained a policy of ambiguity regarding targeted killings, the assassination of a high-profile political leader like Haniyeh has drawn sharp criticism from even some of Israel's closest allies. The assassination of Ismail Haniyeh has cast a long shadow over the already volatile Middle East, pushing the region closer to the brink of a wider conflict. With Hamas vowing revenge and Israel maintaining an ominous silence, the potential for a tit-for-tat escalation of violence is alarmingly high. The situation is further complicated by the involvement of regional actors like Iran, which has also blamed Israel for the assassination. In the days following Haniyeh's death, there have been reports of increased military activity along the Israel-Gaza border, with both sides reinforcing their positions and bracing for potential attacks. The frequency of rocket fire from Gaza towards Israel has also seen an uptick, while Israel has carried out several airstrikes on what it claims are Hamas targets in Gaza. The assassination of Haniyeh is not an isolated incident, but rather the latest chapter in a long and bloody conflict. It is a stark reminder of the deep-seated animosity and mistrust that defines the relationship between Israel and Hamas and the ever-present threat of violence that hangs over the region.